Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another exciting Working on Stuff stream. It is Monday. Weekend is over. Time to get back to work. No more fun time. It's productivity time. That's right. And thank you for the follow, Malin44. Let me just get the alert up here for you. Terrifying. One of us. One of us. All right. Well, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Greetings and salutations. Hello, Dan, over on Twitch. First one here. Excellent. Excellent. Derek Costa. Alien 3, so underrated. Funny way to say hello, but sure. Like what you like. I feel like I've said everything I ever need to say about the Alien movies at this point. I don't know what more I can possibly add. But anyway, Rosie did a little munchie run for us. So we got some rosebuds. My little poop chocolates, as everyone likes to call them. A couple of Crispy Crunch. Crispy Crunch. Very good. This one broke. Oh, that's okay. It all becomes poop in the end. From the makers of Junior Mints, we got a couple boxes of Junior Caramels. Looks really good. I haven't had them before. And then Rose picked up some Sour Patch Kids for herself and discovered that it was only contained the two flavors she didn't like, which are what? Is it 2 or 3? No, it's 2. So, and those flavors are the orange ones and the green ones. So orange and green Sour Patch Kids. I myself like them. In fact, I'd say orange is one of my favorite flavors. So score. And this is Sour Patch Kids Extreme. Oh, I read that as sour excrement. Super sour, then sweet. Yeah, baby. And I don't know what the problem is with boxes, but like that's the side you open it from. It has the little serration. You poke your finger in, and it's a nice little tab to open. It's made to open from that side. So of course she opened it from this side, which you can't close. And, yeah, anyway. Whatever. So made some pork chops for us earlier. And for a side, just had the leftover veggies from the roast yesterday, because Rose ate basically all of the roast. So, yeah. Sugar, sugar, sugar. Why is the April goal all weird? Because the last one we had was not an even dollar amount. It had some cents. And for some reason, when it has some cents, it makes the goal go crazy. I don't know why. It just doesn't like decimals. Sean! Sour shits! Well, that's okay. I don't have taste buds in my butthole, thankfully. So, if they're sour, we'll never know. Anyway. Jonkler, I've said all I care to about that franchise as well. Lies, all lies. You love to repeat yourself. What are you talking about? Anyway, speaking about Alien, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Anyway. But, I mean, I've given my opinion on Alien 3, like, multiple times over. And if you really want to hear my opinion again, I made videos. Go watch the videos. Because I'm pretty sure they cover everything. I don't think my opinion has really changed much since then. So, there you go. Orange I get, but green, you don't like orange either. Okay. But green ones are W. Green ones and blue ones are generally my faves in regards to fruit, sour, and sweets.
On the regular flavors, I like the blue, red, and purple.
Blue, red, and purple.
The one that has purple.
Those are all good.
But the orange one is just eh. And the green apple ones I don't like.
What you don't like about them?
Because they're green apple flavored.
You don't like green apples?
No.
Just red
when
ones?
They're lime flavored. Sometimes they're lime flavored. I like those.
Yeah, that's true.
Look.
It's a squishy dude.
It's a squishy axolotl.
You can squish him.
And here's a purple one that has a different texture. Okay, be gentle with him.
I'm okay. Oh, this one's like...
It's like harder, it's denser.
It's a denser squish.
I like the way they smell.
Oh. Yes. It smells interesting. How does that one smell?
The same.
Smell the squishies. Rubber.
Yep.
Oh, let's see. Jonkler says, green apples, the best apples, IMO. I prefer them over the red ones.
I just don't like apples.
You used to like apples.
Mm-mm.
Okay, then. That would explain why we have a drawer full of apples that you never eat. Probably all bad now. I haven't looked in that drawer for a while. Goddess of Trans Lesbian says, hey Sean, hope all is well. Would you or have you ever bought a movie and put the disc in a different format if... What? Put the disc in a different format if you weren't pleased with the cover art or if you too much... No. Like replace the cover? No. I would never do that. That's not something that I generally do. I know a lot of people do, like, you know, swap out covers for fan covers or whatever, but I don't really, I'm not into that. Let's see. And Queen says, yes, I'm a trans lesbian. There you go. And she says, I love Sour Patches, especially if I ate one in front of y'all. You'd laugh your asses off seeing me pucker up. Ah, yes, you get the lemon lips, as it were. As Travis says, my partner loves the blue raspberry Sour Patch Kids like addicted. I got her a few bags and she went nuts, probably from all the sugar. That's awesome. Yeah, this is maybe a crazy take, but hey, no. You don't have to justify the things you like. You like what you like, dude. It's good. It's all good. It's fine. It's not crazy. It's just you. You who are crazy. Not necessarily just the take. Let's see, I have, but if I did, I don't remember. I see. You have what? Is that an answer to something I forget already? You don't remember if you have or not, and I don't remember what I asked you, to which the answer was whether or not you did. We're off to a great start here, folks. Great start. The apple drawer would make for a good sequel to your old fuzzy green beans video. Oh, I don't think it's quite that bad. It's at least in the fridge. Oh, in regards to fan swaps and swap covers. Got you. I see. Yeah, he says I have. Hey! 48 months, 4 years. Holy moly. Thank you so much, Sack Lunch. Using that Prime sub. Yeah, anybody who's on Twitch Prime, by the way, you get one free sub a month that you can drop on your favorite streamer. Hi, your favorite streamer here. And it doesn't cost you anything. It's just part of your Amazon Prime perks with Twitch. So if you hook up your Amazon Prime to your Twitch, you get Twitch Prime. You get free games, and you get one free sub every month that you can drop on your favorite streamer. So there you go. Oh my God, she has ADHD, so ADHD plus sugar equals absolutely insane. Let's keep the bananas separate. Dude, never put bananas in the fridge. They will go bad so fast. They're one of those fruits. But apples and oranges you can safely keep in the fridge. But don't put bananas in the fridge. Just don't do it. Unless you're making banana bread, in which case go for it, because they'll get to that black mushy stage faster, which you want for bread, because then the banana flavor is more potent and wonderful. Not so they're like bad, just like so they get to that sort of squishy stage, which is perfect for baking, not so much for eating. Unless you want to eat your banana with a spoon out of the skin, in which case, go for it. So I rewatch Dylan's speech from Alien 3 every time before I go into work. Which speech was that? Which character is Dylan? I don't remember any of the characters' names. It's been so long since I watched it, dude. Who was Dylan in Alien 3? Awesome cast in that, I will say. Alien 3. Alien 3. No, that's not it. Alien 3. 92 here. Charles Dutton? Was that him? Remember, he had a few good moments in there. Yeah, Charles S. Dutton is awesome. And he played, Dylan. That's who I thought you meant. Yeah, and I vaguely remember him having like a big speech at one point. But I just generally, I like just about everybody who was in the cast. Like, such a great cast. Man. Yeah, pretty much everybody in there was like huge casts, huge actors in the UK at the time. It was like a who's who. Charles Dance was the first thing I ever saw Charles Dance in. Paul McGann, Brian Glover, great character actor. Lance Henriksen, of course. He also had some other... Pete Postlethwaite. Yeah, he was in like a lot of big movies. Peter Guinness. Yeah, these are all terrific British character actors. But let me see if I can find that quote. Quotes. So which Dylan quote was it? There's a few. There's the one where he's talking about, he's giving like a eulogy about the innocent being punished. Guessing that's not the one. I know the one you're talking about. We're all gonna die. The only question is when. This is as good a place as any to take your first steps to heaven. The only question is how you check out. Do you want to go on your feet or on your fucking knees? Begging. I ain't much for begging. Nobody ever gave me nothing. So I say, fuck that thing. Let's fight it. Hell yeah. Is that the one? I'm sure he did it much better than me. Inspirational words. In Patrick, I actually just picked that up. I've never seen it before. Indicator put out a nice like 4K edition of it. There's a sequel. Did you know there's a sequel to Patrick? I did not know this. I need to find that as well. But I'm pretty sure it's the same guy in it. But yeah, I need to watch that. It sounded like a really good one. I picked it up sight unseen. So. Romulus, yeah. Well, it's supposed to be kind of between, like, the Prometheus movies and the original Alien, so they're kind of trying to link it up more with that, aesthetic, the chonky tech, So, yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I believe the third film was the one that introduced the altering xenomorph forms depending on the bodies they host. Yes. There is also Alien Earth coming, yes. Yeah, because I think it was around that time that they did the toys. And the toy line featured alien, like, xenomorphs that had gestated in various animals. You had, like, the bull alien and the dog alien and the bunch of other ones. I can't even remember what they all were. I'm sure you can find Google pictures of them. But that was apparently meant to tie in with an animated series. Yes, they were working on an Aliens animated series. You can find some of the concept art and stuff online. But, yeah, unfortunately it never happened. So we got the toy line, but we never got the show. So, shit. So it would have been another one of those cartoons based on an R-rated franchise, right? But, yeah, Dark Horse probably explored that more because they were doing the comics at the time. And, but yeah, it was supposed to be, like, all of those different aliens would have been explained in the animated series, like, where they came from. But, yes. Is it Romulus is, well, I guessing it's after Alien, but before Aliens, so it's still the chunky tech. It's in that, it's got to be in that ballpark somewhere. And Earth, is Earth set before the original? I'm wondering how that's going to work continuity-wise. I don't know. I mean, I want to see it regardless, but I'm going to have my broken crispy crunch. Got Goddess and Queen fast becoming new best friends over here. Awesome. Love to see that. The Multimedia Chronicles, bringing people together for 19 years. Beginning and destroying friendships for 19 years. A crocodile xenomorph, eh? Well, I know they did a bunch of crossovers with Batman and Superman fighting predators and aliens. I have one of them. But it was usually Superman fighting the aliens because, the acid and everything. And Batman fighting predators because more hands-on, But they did so many of them, I don't even remember. Like, they both fought all of them at some point. Earth was set a couple of years after Prometheus initially, but somewhere along the lines they bumped it up to 2 years before Alien. I'm assuming not to conflict with Laura Savage in Prometheus. Well, and I guess also, if it's only 2 years before, then the crew of the Nostromo would still be out in space somewhere. They wouldn't know about what happened on Earth. So presumably, I would assume, all the craziness happens on Earth, and Weyland-Yutani is like, hey, we should make weapons out of them. Let's, Well, no, actually, hold on. Because they knew about the xenomorphs when they sent the Nostromo crew out. How did they know about them? I don't know. Do we finally see the space jockey's back instead of just his front? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. Boy, for folks who are done talking about aliens, we sure are talking about aliens a lot. That didn't take long. Let me try one of these junior caramels. I'm not going to have a bunch of them right now. Just try them. So anyway, what have I been watching? So I finished Sakura Wars, as I mentioned the other day. Couldn't miss those kooky gals, but I do still have the movie and a couple of OVAs to watch, so, yeah. Oh, David sent the company a transmission after Covenant. Okay. So they know about them then. And I guess that's as much of a conclusion as we're ever going to get to the David saga. Unfortunately. They're good. They're soft, they're chewy. Troy. So, hey, Jason. That is the Jason, by the way, that you guys all know from Multimedia Chronicles Retro. How's it going, thing? When is Multimedia Chronicles starting back up? Soon. I've been filming like mad over the past couple of months. Got about 50 shot. Looking to do, I don't know, probably another 25 or so. And then we're just going to have a bunch of mad, crazy editing binges and start posting them. Start doling them out slowly. If you're wondering about retro, I still need to capture more footage. I've got quite a lot captured. So, I haven't made any plans to start editing more episodes of those just yet. I'm kind of focusing on the 21st century stuff. But once I kind of get that wrangled, then I'm going to work on putting together some more retro episodes. And, yeah, it's all coming back. It's coming back in spades. The wait is almost over, folks. And he rants. Not specifically at the moment. It's mostly, at this point, updates and closer looks. Because I went absolutely hog wild over the course of the fall and winter. And now I have, like, literally a few hundred videos to do to cover everything. But, yes. Although I do tend to get into random rants on the live streams, and sometimes I clip them. But, yeah. Yeah. I did just, I don't know if, I don't remember how long since we chat. I did just upgrade all my equipment, though. Got count them, two i9 PCs. Oh, PC, not Amiga. 90s me would be turning inside out right now. With RTX 4090 cards. All SSD drives. Not a single physical drive anywhere in there. Got a third PC down there, which is, it's an RTX 4060, an i7 that I got specifically for capturing. I even put a FireWire card in there, so that. And then camera, I got a Canon DSLR camera, the EOS R5, with about 3 different lenses. So, first time I've had, like, a real camera. Like, I could literally make movies with it. It films in up to 8K. It's insane. But I'm just doing lowly 4K, 60 frames per second. So, yes, some impressive hardware. Oh, and also, you might remember in the 90s we were, like, marveling at VR. Well, I have VR now. Yeah, I got a an HTC Vive Elite XR for the PC. I got the PSVR 2 for the PS5. So we've definitely got our VR on here. I can watch 3D movies on this thing, and they look amazing. It takes a bit of finessing. You can't just pop a disc in and watch it. I have to rip it and convert it and just all this bullshit. But it's but it works really well, like really well. Got like a little virtual theater. So yeah, hardware. So yeah, so just trying to get through this pile of stuff. These are all the updates I'm working on. Well, this is some of the updates I'm working on. A few I've already done, but stuff I ripped because I wanted to watch it. And yeah. So yeah, so I've been watching, I'll show you guys. We started watching Dynamech Guy King, which some of you may remember from Force 5 back in the days. This is the original uncut Japanese version. Force 5 was not the complete version. Got Future Robot Daltanius. This was almost Voltron. I filmed a video about it last week. When they were looking for shows to adapt, they sent a message to Toei after looking at a bunch and said, yeah, send us the one with the lion. This is the one with the lion that they meant, but the lines of communication were not what they are these days. So instead, they were saying, oh, the one with the lion. Okay, so they sent them Go Lion, which we know as Lion Force Voltron, and, well, the rest is history. So this was very nearly Voltron. And then I also got Combatler V, which we never got over here, but was the robot toy was brought over here as Combatra, part of the Shogun Warriors line. And that was one of my favorites. So I thought, oh, there's a whole anime about him? Well, fuck, I need to get that. And it's actually a trilogy. They did 3 in the Combatra universe, so yeah, pretty cool. Video letters in 360, yeah. 360-degree video letters. You'll have to watch them in VR, and it'll be like you're in the room with me. Yeah. Is this Black Metal Werewolf messing around on Gran Turismo 7? Put a Gundam livery on a Honda NSX. Gundam, like as in Mobile Suit Gundam? You put robot parts on your car? I didn't know you could do that in Gran Turismo. Grand Theft Turismo? Yeah. So the nice thing about this is when it renders, I'm doing 4K videos, right? At 60 frames per second. It renders them at about 40 frames per second. So damn near real time at that level of quality. Like, holy shit. I do, if I do like standard def stuff, like, you know, we used to do in abundance back in the day, it renders it in like, you know, 300 frames per second or something. It's just ridiculous how fast it is. But yeah. One on the top is for games and games only. One on the bottom is for everything else. It's the main workhorse. So, yeah. Oh, the Discotech stuff is great. I just wish it wasn't so fucking expensive to get them up here in Canada. So I was very selective about the ones I got, like ones that were, you know, deeply personally meaningful to me in some way. So anyway, I started watching this the other night. It's really good. Started watching this last night. Watched the first couple episodes. Really liking that too. And then checked out the first episode of Daltanius today, and it's looking good too. So, I mean, most of these super robot animes are very similar in that, you know, aliens invading, must use super robot to stop them. But it's all about the characters and the drama and the, you know, interplay and stuff like that. And these are some good ones for sure. Discotech are not the only company that make SD on BD. Sentai Filmworks also does SD on BD. In fact, do I have them here? Yeah. the hell are they? Oh, here. Hold on a second. In fact, Sakura Wars, which I've been raving about, is SD on BD. You can see standard definition on Blu-ray. And boy, did they ever crank the bitrate. It's only 25 episodes, and they spread it across 2 discs. Each episode is about 2 gigabytes in size. It's for standard def. It's crazy. So that's like double what Discotech does. But, yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, Discotech does about 1 gig per episode and would put that size of show all on 1 disc. But yeah, no, there's more starting to jump on the bandwagon. So far, it mostly seems like just anime companies, but that's okay. No, liveries are paint jobs, life art, and stuff. Oh, okay, so it's like Gundam artwork. Got it. That's cool. And greetings, Adrian. Heidi ho, fuckers. Well, hello there, Scully. How you doing? But yeah, Discotech's been doing them for a while, and they use some kind of like, I don't know if it's, they use a thing called AstroRes, is some kind of like custom upscaling thing. What?
You can have it.
Me? Really?
You liked it.
You didn't want it?
Well, I already had one.
This is another one?
Well, that's the one Lynn gave me.
Oh, that you didn't want. Or you
Well, it's not that I didn't want it. I just had one earlier. And
okay.
You liked it, so you can have it.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a peace tea. Is it because it might be expired? You're scared to drink it?
I'm not scared of the expired. I've already had too much caffeine today, and it's going to knock me out eventually.
There's caffeine in these?
There's like 23 grams of caffeine in those.
Really?
Yeah.
Where does it say that?
On the back, underneath the ingredients. Very, very faint writing. Here, I'll point it out to you.
I'm looking.
Give.
Oh, there. I see.
It's very faint.
It's like tiny per 695 milliliters. That's the whole thing, yeah. So it's right between the 2 boxes there. You can't even see it, yeah. All right, cool. Well, I'll have this when I finish my coffee.
Oh, God. Having that and a coffee?
Yes. Need to start building up my collection again. It won't have a reach there in Isaac's collection because he's awesome. So are all of you. I love all of you. All right, cool. Need to build up an anime collection. My partner also loves anime, so yeah. Like I said, I mean, it's... I would buy so much more of it, especially the Discotech stuff, because Discotech... Well, and Sentai Filmworks, actually. Both of them focus very heavily on the older stuff, like 70s, 80s, and 90s. And that's really my jam. So, I like some of the newer stuff, but I mean, I'm mostly about the old school, you know, and it's great. So, still quite a few titles I want to get for them, but I focused mainly on the super robot stuff because that's my main thing, you know. Love those big robots. They might as well put 28 days later on SDBD instead of 4K. Yeah, no kidding, eh? It's like, well, you know what they need to do? They need to do a version of it like what they did recently with the Blair Witch Project. Give us a version that has the video just looking like video, like the way it was shot, instead of like video put on film, which looks terrible. You know what I mean? Like, you look at the new version of Blair Witch, it looks fantastic. Like, the clarity is so much better, especially the video footage. Just had a shower, so feeling good. I also just had a shower, so feeling good. Yeah, should probably get some lights going here. There we go. A little more cyberpunky. It looks like it's white, but then you see the pink glow. It's weird. So what are we potentially working on today? We've got a few more anime updates. We made a pretty big dent in them on Friday, so I wanted to finish those up if possible. Probably won't do the Attack on Titan one because that also needs to be an unboxing. I need to get one of those arms. So keep the donos coming, guys. It'll go towards Multimedia Chronicles stuff. Unless we're desperate for groceries, in which case it will go with groceries. Is it region locked? Well, see, that's why it's a good idea to get one of these. Blu-ray burner for your computer. Regions mean nothing to me anymore. Blu-ray burner, make MKV. Regions are a thing of the past. Works for both Blu-ray and DVD. So, yeah. So I busted. I was gonna do an unboxing, but I couldn't. I'm a huge Blair Witch fan, so I could not wait to watch it. I just busted it open as soon as it arrived, and it's amazing. It's got like three versions of the movie on it, but it's great. Does the coffee have laxatives in it? No. Why? Why would it have laxatives in it? You know, coffee is actually like a natural laxative. It's why, you know, in the morning when you make your coffee, you'll take like one sip and then have to go poop. I think it's like a Pavlovian thing. Now it's like just I smell it. It's like, oh, gotta go poop. If I haven't gone already, of course. But, you know, it's funny how that works. As above, so below, yeah. That's a good one, but the Paris Underground. I mean, they didn't even need to put all the supernatural stuff in it. The Paris Underground is terrifying on its own. Like the catacombs. Yeah. So yeah, in terms of Second Sight, you know, I got a bunch of titles from them, which I'll be doing updates about once we get to the horror section. But two of the ones I got were, well, Blair Witch, of course. I also picked up that Dawn of the Dead set that they put out. And they did a nice 4K edition of Late Night with the Devil. So, yeah, grab that one. Book of Shadows needs a Blu-ray release. And you know what else it needs? It needs the Joe Berlinger director's cut release, actually. That's what it really needs. We need to see the original director's cut of that. I do have a fan edit that attempts to restore the director's cut as much as possible, going by things that he said in notes and in the commentary track for the movie, where he talks about all the studio-mandated changes that he was forced to do. And it's pretty good, actually. When you see it the way that he intended it to be seen, it's really cool. Would I ever try coffee that's made from poo? Why did your brain go there, Dan? That is so disgusting. Of course not. Why? Why must you just... Why? Don't do that. That's yucky. Actually just watched Cloverfield in 4K for the first time today. Didn't notice much of improvement aside from brightness levels, but that movie was shot on high res. Anyway, there's a difference that just came out of Blair Witch 1 and 2 with new bonus features for 2 that came out at the same time as the Second Sight Blu-ray. Yeah, I think that one is just, it's just the straight up theatrical versions yet again. So... Wow. Okay, well, that sounds disgusting. Now it makes a little more sense why you brought it up. You didn't just like randomly think, what if coffee was made of poo? There was some method to your madness. Yeah, no, I would not eat that. It's unique flavor. Yes. I don't know what's going on over there. There is coffee made with beans that a monkey shat out. It's considered a delicacy. I think that's what he's talking about, actually. I think that's what it is. Is that what a Asian palm civet is? A kind of monkey? I mean, I guess I can look it up. Yes, it's kind of like a monkey. Or like a lemur. That's an Asian palm civet. So these little guys will eat some beans and poop them out. Poop them out. Actually a form of cat, apparently. Huh. But they do look a little monkey-like, for sure. Monkey cats. Ah! It is a solitary animal. It likes to be left alone with its beans that it can eat and shit out. Yes, indeed. I'm not going to look up Kopi Luwak. I don't really need to know that badly. Remember, though, fruit or veggies sometimes go... Yeah, but that's different. That's fertilizer. And it just becomes dirt. It's not like it's just swimming in poop. Okay, like, let's just get off this poo discussion. Jesus Christ. This is not the poo show. For channel... Right? I swear I have nothing to do with that. It's my just loony viewers that are obsessed with farts and poo. Anyway. That peace tea's good. It's good. Good peace tea. Like, yes, I mean, it's different that it's grown in poo. I mean, you wash it off. It's dirt by the time you harvest. It's just organic matter. And that's it. It's different than having a creature actually eat it, have it go through their digestive system, and then shit it out. And then you pick through their shit to find the partially digested beans, and then make fucking coffee from it. Who the hell thought to do that? Just how desperate was that person for a cuppa? Like, jeez Louise, man. First person to have Kopi Luwak. They wash it off the coffee bean. Well, yeah, but it's been through a creature's anus. It's not the same. It's not the same as fertilizer. Which, by the way, is usually like when the plants are in like the seed stage or something. They haven't even sprouted yet. By the time they grow, the fertilizer is now dirt. It has decomposed back into the earth. And the nutrients have been used by the plants to grow. Just pure nutrients. Leaving the rest behind to be dirt. So, not the same thing. No matter how you want to twist it and try to make it the same thing. It's about 60 pounds for a coffee, for like 1 cup of poo coffee. Wow. If you want poo, go talk to AVGN. Talk to the bullshit man. You know what's bullshit? Warranties. Yeah. Me too, although not as much, since he hooked up with that production company that does like most of it for him now, and he's just basically a figurehead. Seems to have lost that personal touch, I find, but I definitely like the old ones. I used to watch like up till about 2004. No, when I talk about 2004, that's when he started. Like 2000, I don't know, 18, 19, around there, I think is when I sort of dropped off a bit. The crap is this stream. When I first seen one of your videos, it was you being very passionate about HD and SD. Your famous HD rants. Have you thought about doing something for the UHD? Oh my god, how many people are going to ask me that? If I do, you'll know. That was the other thing. I didn't want to be just that ranting guy. I know there's like a big thing with outrage culture and whatnot now, and people doing angry videos about this or that. But a lot of it now is just rage bait. It's not the same thing that I used to do. Like what I used to do was, it was comically ragey, but it was educational at the same time. You know, it was about, you know, setting the record straight about just facts about HD that people were getting horribly wrong or just being stupid about. So that's what it was about. It wasn't just about me raging about this or that. Like there was a purpose behind it. And I feel like at this point, if people still need to be raged at about how HD is better, then, well, they're just hopeless by this point. Like, I cannot help you. You are too determined to remain ignorant. So, I don't know. Also, I feel like if I did that, it would just kind of get lumped in with all the other rage bait bullshit, and I don't want to be associated with those people. Well, I make an exception for James Cameron's 4K transfer. Someone has asked you? Dude, who hasn't asked me? Like, everybody and their dog has asked me. We make an exception for James Cameron's 4K transfers. If I had jumped back into the Multimedia Chronicles more properly a few months ago, I probably would have done something about it. I might slot it in somewhere, but I'm not going to do a dedicated video about it at this point. I feel like everything that can be said about those has already been said by other people. It would just be redundant and, quite frankly, too late. Because, you know, those who would have been educated by such a video but missed the boat already have those in their collections, so I can't help them. But yes, those are awful, and they will never grace my shelves. Absolute travesties, all of them. Did you see the Welsh English cartoons I was telling you about that I posted? Yeah, I saw that you posted some stuff about them, yes. I didn't watch any of the clips, though. But thank you for posting them. I may watch them later. I've been watching other things, you see. I know this is crazy talk, but I've actually been watching some of the Blu-rays I bought. I know, right? Actually watching things from my own collection that I bought. What about the misuse of AI for UHD, or have you been asked about it already? Well, yeah, I mean, these subjects come up as they occur. Like, you gotta understand, like, I don't live under a rock, and people come to me all the time with, like, the latest travesty or whatever. Like, I know about this stuff. It has crossed my path, trust me. Usually within seconds of it appearing on social media. But yes, and I've talked about it on stream before. But yeah, they're only like 5 minutes to 10 minutes long. Cool. Yeah, I know. Just I will watch them if I watch them, and if I don't take it personally. I'm a finicky watcher. And the more you ask me to watch something or try to sell me on it, the less likely I am to watch it, because that's how my ADHD brain just works. So if you want me to watch it, don't talk about it. And maybe I'll watch it. But yeah, I saw your posts. Thank you. You're all about AI. Oh, do I need to... I really hope you're joking. Because we are very not about AI around here, just so you know. Especially with a lot of artists in our community. I see AI, I see the potential for it as a tool for certain things. And I know it's only a matter of time before we have a, enter prompt to make movie. And it will make like a whole movie for you. But that's assuming it isn't all just outlawed. But I think there are uses for it, like as a tool, essentially, like, helping with editing or whatever. But the generative AI is something that, is problematic. There was a group I used to follow called Cursed AI on Facebook. And the reason I followed it was because it was funny. It had, it used AI for goofiness and silliness and memes and just random, crazy shit. And it was funny. But then, Hayao Miyazaki, legitimate master of his craft, made a statement recently about how he would never use AI in his work. And all the AI dude bros thought it would be really funny to do a whole bunch of AI pictures in Miyazaki's style. And this group just became overrun with them. It was just a flood of them. And that was crossing the line for me. It's like, okay, that man is a legitimate artist who has dedicated his life to creating some of the most wonderful films ever brought to animated life. Truly original stuff. Broke a lot of ground, inspired a lot of people. He's a legit master of the craft and has earned that title through a lifetime, a body of work that most of us can only dream of. So these fucking AI dude bro prompt hacks thought it would be really funny to disrespect him in that way. It just angered me so much. And I was like, yeah, this group isn't funny anymore. So I unfollowed them. And that was it. I know you're the go-to person as you convinced me to get the original series of Star Trek on Blu-ray. Still a fantastic set. My only complaint being the episode order. I wish it had been in the production order that all the other video releases had been in. About 13 years ago, yeah. Yeah, but that's a great suit. Well, yes, film quote, yeah. Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should. Yeah. Oh, what happened? That's weird. Why did the chat disconnect? Do we have a hiccup in the stream there? That's weird. Anyway, yeah. Star Trek TOS was good. See, that was a good release. They did it well. It was good stuff. And that was around the time that they were doing the movies on Blu-ray. And those were not good. Oh no. They were not good. Ah! Is it only me, but I really hate when people live tweet when they're watching a show, giving like minute by minute comments about the show. It just seems like such nothing content to me. Plus, if it's a show I haven't seen, I'm like, oh, thanks for like the 57 spoilers for that episode, you know? You have all the MCU movies on Blu-ray and the UHD versions when the Infinity Saga set came out, and I watched one yet, so I'm not the only person that buys physical media and too busy to watch them. By the way, did you know most of those MCU movies are not true 4K? They're actually 2K upscales. Yeah, I don't know about the newer ones, but I know most of the older ones are 2K upscales. So they're not even true 4K, so I'm in no rush to upgrade any of them. But, yeah, if you go to... live tweeting is basically react bait behavior. Well, yeah, it just seems like I'm just flooding my timeline with a bunch of content and in the hopes that I get some responses to one of them. You know, and it's just such nothing content. I don't give a shit about your minute by minute thoughts about an episode of the X-Files. Yes, that's what it was. Hashtag X-Files Live. In fact, can I just mute that tag? Because I really don't need to hear a blow-by-blow description. This is not on Twitter, by the way. It's on Blue Sky, just so you know. But let's see, moderation, muted words and tags. Here we are. X-Files Live. Yeah, I muted some other tags for the same reason. It was just live tweeting shit, and it's like, I don't need that. I don't like that. I find no joy in it. I don't know anybody who enjoys reading them, so I don't know why so many people post them. You know? There. Okay. That's much clean. That's much nicer. Like, every other fucking post was this live tweet of an X-Files episode. It's like, I don't care, dude. If I want to watch X-Files, I'll just watch X-Files. I don't need to watch it vicariously through your tweets. Only the first episode, and then you'd get annoyed. Well, see, watching like a reaction video is a little different, because then at least you're getting live reactions. You see their face, you hear their voice, you know, etc. But, you know, they got you talking about them doing it. Yes, but they got no engagement from me because I muted the tag. That's not the same, dude. I didn't say who it was. I told you the tag. X-Files Live. If that is your type of thing, you can look at it. If it is not, you can mute it and never see it again. So, yeah, don't try to turn this around. Oh, but you're promoting them. No. No, I'm not. Yeah, no spoilers, please. Yeah, first 5 MCU movies are supposed to be DNR Nightmares on 4K. Great. Glad I have them all on Blu-ray, where they look pretty good. Maybe that's why. Maybe because they upscaled, but upscaled rough. I don't know. As much as I hate to say anything positive about this site because I hate them so much, Blu-ray.com. If you look up the titles on Blu-ray.com, 4K titles, they will tell you if it's a 2K upscale or if it's native 4K. So, generally, when it's older films, most of the time you'll get native 4K because they're doing a scan of the original film, and that's that. So, yeah. I watched someone once losing their shit when watching the last episode of Blake 7. Yes, definitely no spoilers there, because we're going to be watching that soon, and I know there's a lot of folks in my community who have not seen it, so, yeah. A very satisfying final episode that wraps up everything all neat and tidy. I need to look into channel memberships on YouTube. That's something I keep forgetting. Because on Twitch, you got the subscriptions. Channel memberships are the same kind of deal on YouTube. But different perks. Like on Twitch, you get an ad-free experience and some emotes, and we're looking at adding some more perks there. With channel memberships on YouTube, might be able to do things like, you know, members get to watch videos a week early or something, you know, something like that. So I think that'd be a big incentive. But I don't know. We'll see. And also emotes and other just random nonsense. Ow! X-Men First Class and the first 2 Raimi Spider-Mans. I heard X1 isn't amazing. I didn't even know they were on 4K. I got them on Blu-ray. I get it because I already got X2. And the first 2 Raimi Spider-Mans, really. I wonder why. Those being Sony titles, you'd think they would look good. They're usually try to make sure their titles look good to show off the format. Did a special anniversary episode of some of the original cast. Audio adventure that take place of original series. You mean after the original series? For Blake 7, known as Legend of the Empire. Yeah, I heard something about that. There was like an audio continuation. Shudder just added The Beyond and City of the Living Dead, a couple of full cheek classics. All right, enjoy some clips, guys. I'm just going to go for a quick smoke, and then when I get back, let's see about getting into some filming, shall we? Got a lot of work to do. It's going to be a busy week. Joys of ADHD brain. You go through every damn rabbit hole until you know everything there is possible to know about a subject. I try to make it interesting anyway. Not just a boring recitation of facts. And then in 1988, they said, let's make an X-Men pilot. So they made an X-Men pilot, and they used the budget from the last episode of RoboCop. And then... yeah. I'm pretty sure I must have mentioned that somewhere. Maybe in... I did like a closer look at my RoboCop collection. I'm sure I would have mentioned it in there when I showed the cartoon. So, anyway. Oh, poop. We'll go in the extra bloody room first. Yeah. Trying to take a dump here. An easy chair. That's great. Did we get everything here? No, there's still scrap here. Well, what are we missing? I honestly don't know what's causing it because that, I guess. Yeah, there's... Oh, actually, hold on. Well, fuck me. How did cat puke get on the camera? God, just cats puking everywhere. I thought it was lens flare because it disappeared when I would move. No, it was definitely some spooge on the camera. Alright, well, thank you for the dono to inform my stupid idiot ass that there's been a piece of cat vomit impeding your view for the past 2 hours.
I don't either left.
Yeah, just give them a bunch of, like, I don't know, cuboid shit and whatnot, and paper airplanes and things. Sure. And just a random box. And then more stupid paper airplanes and cuboid things. And, like, a ghost. What the fuck? What? And that's where right where we ran out of time. You don't need to get all technical. The point is, we are being spied on, but it is not for the exciting James Bondy reasons that all these paranoid schizophrenics would like it to be. It is solely for the purpose of selling us crap. That is it. Who's spying on us? Capitalism is spying on us. That's who. Big Brother is capitalism. Capitalism. Is that Mountain Man?
Mountain Man donated $5. I bet you can squeal like a pig. Wee ee ee. Wee ee ee ee. Wee ee ee. Wee ee ee ee.
That's some excellent piggy squealing, Brian. Excellent. I think I know who Mountain Man is. So presumably if we can get into the computer, we can get into the safe. Okay. Well, Let's give it a shot.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just chill out. Okay. Oh, well, we gotta try this one.
Yes.
Oh my god, and that was it. How perfect is that for me? That's amazing. Wow, actually getting a nice variety of clips that time around, eh? That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Can we fix this goal? I don't think so. Nope. So what do we need to fix it? All right. So whoever drops a dono next, if you could add 46 cents to it. No, that's wrong. 54 cents. That should clear it. So at least $1.54 will clear that error and make it even again. $1.54 US. That will normalize the goal again. It just looks so weird. All those decimals. What is it? Trying to calculate pi? Well, you're off by quite a bit. Anyway. And yes, after the last episode, Sirius Rise, Late Paul Darrow, and Jacqueline Pierce. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. It came out like in the 80s, I think. It was not Big Finish. It was somebody else did it. Well, look at that. And now it's fixed. Even. Of course, being under $5, Brian remains silent. So now it is the correct undefined 32, as it should be. Thanks, Scully. You broke it even more. We just turn it off and turn it on again, and there we go. It's perfect. What the fuck, Goal? Seriously. What do you want from us? Why? I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Can we try this again? No. It just refuses to not fuck with us. Well, I guess we're just going to have to zero it out, folks. That's all there is to it. We're just going to have to hit 100%, and then, and then it'll be fine. So if anyone's got a spare, like, $832... Oh, no, Scully's trying again. Undefined 830 left. All right. Well, let's see. Will that do it? Why? We can't do 0.99875770616 cents. It just refuses to not be broken. I don't know what happened. Someone donated in pounds sterling the other day, and I can only assume that the exchange rate was not to the cent, so that's what threw it off. That's why I say just, if you can all just donate in U.S. currency, it prevents things like that from happening. And I get a little bonus on the exchange rate as well. Really? 5 people left? The full third of the viewers were just disgusted by the donation goal. It's because it was broken.
Hola, fuckers!
Hi, JL. How's it going? Ends a few seconds ago. What are you talking about? It ends in May. Alright, you know what? This is just pissing me off. Hold on. 23 days to go. It's just broken. Okay, hold on. So we'll do So it should be 829 left. Okay, hold on. Is that right? It doesn't seem right. All right. Anyway, we're going to try this again here. So there. Fixed. Motherfuckers. Until someone breaks it again. Watching Spider-Man the Animated Series. Okay. I'm sorry about what? It wasn't you, Dan. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it wasn't you. I don't think. No, it was, I think it was Daniel Moore. Yeah, we know it needs a physical release. Let's stop talking about it. It's not going to happen now. You know that. Disney Plus. Trapped on Disney Plus forever now. It got one physical release in the UK. Region 2. PAL mode. Now out of print. That's it. That's the only physical release we will ever have. I don't know, Kal-El. It won't let me fix it.
Will you please stop saying that?
Jill getting a head start on the new week's bits. The old last week's goal was cleared. He's got to hold his #1 spot because none of you fuckers will give him any competition. Come on. Let's see some competition. Fight for that spot, that top spot. Come on, you can do it. I know you can. That's on Twitch, by the way. It's strictly the Twitch things, the soundboard on Twitch and stuff. That was you yesterday? What? You were evil? Are you Daniel Moore? I thought Daniel Moore was another person. He streams and stuff. That's who dropped the 5 pounds yesterday. So the Daniel, that is you. Well, how did I not know that you and that person were the same person this whole time?
Will you please stop?
Never mind. I can't believe I didn't realize you were both the same person this whole time. I'm so confused. I don't even... No, I think it's just because I said evil. To buy 25,000 bits, it's over $400. Yeah, well, because Twitch takes their cut off the top, like when you guys buy bits. I mean, also 25,000 bits, that's $250 in bits. In US dollars. So whatever that translates to for you. Plus their cut. Yes. It can be pricey. Can be pricey. Because you're paying the exchange rate between whatever your currency is and US dollars, plus whatever amount Twitch takes as their fee. So what ends up happening is when you spend the bits for the streamers like me, it's 1 bit equals 1 cent. So it's like it's a 1-to-1. So they don't take it out of our cut. They charge you guys up front for it. So yeah. So it helps us, but it costs you a little bit, depending where you are in the world, of course. I know, I think it was Australia or something. It was like stupidly expensive for them. So in that case, it was actually cheaper just to do direct donations. The black suit story is the best of this series. Is it, though? Is it? I mean, there's a lot of good storylines in there, and they're all taken straight out of the comics. It's like the X-Men, you know? I don't know why you're so obsessed with the black suit. But anyway. Same neck of the woods. Well, that's why. Because you're probably paying Canadian or something. I would guess. So it's 250 US dollars worth of bits. So. You think Peter should have joined it? What? Just succumbed to the symbiote? You just want him to get eaten? Peter Parker heel turn. It's not wrestling, dude. It's different. Superhero comics. Hero. Fuck Venom. Yeah, I mean, there's also that. I've just never been a big fan of Venom, so it's like, meh. I liked the black suit, okay. I thought it looked cool. But in the comics, it just wanted to be like a pet. No, it didn't. What are you talking about? That's not even remotely true. Have you even read the comics? No, it like started off all nicey nice. But it was not nicey nice. It did not just want to be a pet. It was a symbiote. Which means it doesn't just give, it also takes. So, you know, there's nothing nice about it. That's why it turns Eddie Brock bad for a while anyway. You ever have those days where you just want to randomly flip people off for absolutely no reason? Yes. Sometimes I'm just like, fuck people. I want nothing to do with any of them. Oh, so some jackhole claimed the Rebel Path from Cyberpunk. I played it on stream the other day. So I went and looked it up. Yeah, it's some like DJ guy did a remix where basically he just sped it up and added a techno beat. And now the copyright system is flagging anyone who played the Rebel Path. It's like, dude, you're not PT... What's his face? Hold on. I had it here. Oh, God damn it. P.T. Barnum. No. P.T. Adamczyk is the composer and copyright owner of that piece of music, and he has not flagged anyone who uses it because it's part of the score for the game, and the score is copyright safe. Hence why you were probably able to do your shitty little remix, because it's copyright safe music, and you knew that. But yeah, you want to go ahead and claim your remix, that's fine. But make sure that it's not flagging the original song. because that's going to be in a lot of videos. And if you're trying to make money off of everybody's Cyberpunk videos, poo on you, you fucking scammer. Sort your shit out. So, anyway, needless to say, disputed that. Said, yeah, this guy didn't compose this song and does not own it. So, I hate shit like that. Like some fly-by-night metal band or techno DJ or something will use a piece of something, and then the copyright system will just go crazy and start flagging everybody. You know, I remember one where there was, I played an indie horror game, and this indie horror game used all public domain and freely usable sounds from various sound libraries. It had an index in the documentation to every single one of them and links to where he got them from and everything. It was meticulous. There was one sound effect used, which, funny enough, I decided to also use for the opening titles of the YouTube videos. And there was some band that used that in one of their songs. And they used basically the entire sound with just a little bit of music on top. But for the most part, they just taken the sound and used it. So the copyright system flagged it, all like 7 episodes of my playthrough, for using their song. And it's like, you don't own this song. And I provided all of the evidence, even a link to where the song was from, or where the piece of, it was just a piece of ambient sound effects, like dripping cave sounds, and linked to it, showed the date that it was posted, which predated their shitty little metal song by about 5 years. They upheld the claim. Nope, that's ours. No, it fucking isn't. So I just pulled all the videos. I'm like, fuck you. You're not going to get a cent out of me. You goddamn scammers. I hate shit like that. You want to be alone and go off planet into exile like Luke Skywalker. Why? You just want to abandon all of us? Alright, well, bye. And here I thought we meant something. But I guess not. So you just thinking, yeah, well, running away from your problems doesn't solve them, dude. It just makes you alone and miserable. You know, trust me, I know. You can't run away from your problems because your problems don't disappear with a change of your physical location. They stay with you wherever you go. So better to just deal with it, whatever it is, you know. Find your joy in whatever situation life has thrown your way. So anyway, fuck that metal band. Let's listen to that song they don't own. I do enjoy those lights. And how reactive the remote control is. So, let's see if stupid, shitty fly-by-night DJ guy flags that one too. Really dig Psytrance? The soundtrack to Cyberpunk 2077 is awesome. It's got a great score, some great music from a lot of indie bands. Yeah, it's great stuff. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Is it that one? Was it that one? I guess it was that one. Cool. Anyway, yeah, so that was like my little act of rebellion, ironically, with a song called The Rebel Path. And, yeah, I hate it when things get flagged when they really shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Look how cyberpunky the lighting is right now. Holy shit. You know what you need, Sean? A big hug. No. There's an episode in The Big Bang Theory where the girl's trying to figure out why the boys like comic books. Okay. Cool. I mean, there's so many other places you could have gone with the subject of comic books, but you went right back to The Big Bang Theory again. Anyway. Yes, indeedly doodly. Anyway, cool. You're back. Ready to continue watching the Z-Man. I didn't even know you left, but welcome back. You ever watched Hyperdrive with Nick Frost? Yes, I've seen all, 12 episodes? 2 series? Great show. Criminally underrated. Very funny. Enjoyed it immensely. Due for a rewatch, probably. Oh, good. Meanwhile, it looks like Tesla stock closed at below $200. Excellent. That's great. Keep it going. The lower, the better. The Last Jedi. Oh, yes. Yes, quite. The Last Jedi. That was great. I think that was a quote. Well, a paraphrase of things I was saying at the time. Well, that a lot of us were saying. Yeah, now we like it and hate Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, I know. It's like we just hate on whatever the current thing is. I like how the fan looks trippy. I must make sure. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hold on. Gotta turn my backup off. It's eating through all our bandwidth here. There we go. That's a little better. Spider-Man Spider-Sense would have warned Han Solo. There's one small flaw in that logic. And that is, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Han Solo is not, in fact, Spider-Man. Even though Marvel and Star Wars are both owned by Disney now, it doesn't mean they're in the same universe now, you see. Han's not a mutant. He was never bitten by a radioactive spider, so he had nothing. He just had his Han sense, which, obviously didn't read the situation there, but to be fair, it was his own son, so, I mean, yeah, anyway. If Spider-Man was part... Well, he isn't. So, that's another thing, dude. That happened in 2015. That was literally 10 years ago. You need to get over Han dying. You really do. I mean, I knew Han a lot longer than you did, and I'm over it. I have moved on with my life. I accept that, in a movie about wars in the stars, people die, even main characters. It's something that happens, McClunky, yeah. Yeah, Han didn't shoot first. He was the only one who shot. Greedo didn't even get off a shot. So, yeah. For a second, I thought you said Hoisin, as in the source. Hoisin. I do not know to what you refer. It's exactly what the fans wanted in the new versions. It would be so much better if Greedo said McClunky. McClunky. Is it supposed to be like a cuss word? Like he's like, ah, shit. You got me. Ah, McClunky. Well, hey, look at that pretty lady on the Facebook. You can't see her. I'll just show you the picture so you don't see her real name. There she is. That is the lovely Miss Scully, ladies and gentlemen. You have heard her sultry southern voice many a time. But there she is, in all her glory, looking good. Aging like a fine wine. I.e. barely at all. Amazing. You must moisturize. It's something I don't do, but I drink a lot of water. Moist. Well, I certainly hope so, Queen, considering that was like almost 40 years ago now. What is it? Yeah, it makes me laugh when 90% of those things, those anti-fandom and anti-woke goons scream about being woke actually is A, not woke, but progressive, and B, awesome. It happens time after time. Well, yeah, and it's like, and saying things like Star Trek and Doctor Who and Star Wars are woke now. It's like, dude, they've always been woke. But where have you been? No, but they were like, they were subtle about it back in the day. No, they weren't. They absolutely were not subtle at all. I don't know what rose-colored glasses you're looking at the past through, but no, they've never been subtle. Just for some reason you missed it this whole time. Well, they did it better back then. Just stop moving the goalposts and accept that you've lost, all right? Accept that your argument is stupid and baseless and move on with your life. I get so tired of those people. There's just this whole stigma that, oh, being wrong is a sign of weakness. No, it isn't. It's a sign that you're willing to learn and adapt and expand your knowledge and change your mind about things. These are not weak. These are not signs of weakness. These are signs of strength of character. Because you're not a scared fucking little boy who's afraid to admit that he's wrong about something. That's childish behavior. That is not being a man. That is not being, strong. It's being a scared little boy. No, I'm right. I'm right. I'm not wrong. I'm right. Like, that's what it sounds like. These fucking grifters, Rachel Zegler? I don't even know who that is. I will look her up. Whoa, tummy rumbling. Rachel Zegler, American actress and singer. Oh, she was in the fucking Snow White. I mean, I have nothing against her as a person, as an actress, whatever. I don't give a shit. My problems with the Snow White movie are with Disney. Just doing all this cash grab shit constantly. I don't care who's in it. I don't care if she's white or not. It doesn't matter to me. So, yeah. I mean, if Rachel Zegler can do action, sure. Put her in a Star Wars movie. Who cares? Millions of people have been in Star Wars movies. Like, yeah, that doesn't bother me. Disney does cash grab, but they don't want to reissue. Well, it's because they can't, dude. You know this. They can't, because it was part of their agreement with Lucas that they cannot release them. So, it's not up to them. It's literally illegal for them to do that under the current agreement. So,
unbelievable. This guy says he's a Star Wars fan, but he doesn't even have the Ewok movies. Those are the best ones. How can you call yourself a real Star Wars fan if you don't have the original Ewok movies?
I know, right? It's all about the Ewok movies. For the record, I do have them. I got the double feature DVD that came out years ago. It would be nice if they put those out on Blu-ray. I'm sure they have the film elements, so they should do what I do and not care about what's woke and what isn't, and watch things for the good stories. I could care less. Yeah, I don't know. I just like this. Literally came out of nowhere. It's a fucking right-wing media grift, is what it is. All this anti-woke bullshit. Things really haven't changed that much. There was a little bit more representation. That was it. A little bit more representation than we'd had in previous years, which is a good thing. It's fine. Nothing wrong with that. And people just fucking lost their minds, and it became a grift. And people just keep falling for it over and over and over again, and I'm just tired of the whole thing. And that's one of the main reasons I basically have no plans to do rant videos. Not to say that I'll never do a rant video again, but it's like because I feel like my rants would just end up being counter to all of this dunderheaded rhetoric, and I really just don't want to go down that path. I know I started a little bit of that with the Toxic Takedown stuff, and I might still do some Toxic Takedown stuff, but in a different form. Not necessarily like as a regular thing, because it would just be too exhausting trying to keep up with all the grifters, honestly. And I'd rather spend my time talking about things that I enjoy, you know? So, yeah. I will simply counter them by being me. And being, you know, talking about things I like. I much prefer to talk about things I like than about things I hate. Spread all that positivity, yo. Well, it's not ridiculous. It's true. And I mean Star Wars even. Star Wars has had strong female characters since the very first one. Princess Leia, anybody? Hello? Mon Mothma? Hello? Like, it's just the whole gender thing wasn't even a thing. It was just like you put people in the role that were good for the role. Didn't matter if they were man or woman or white or not, or straight or not. But yeah, Star Trek TOS, I mean, come on, that's as woke as it gets. Really is. And not just for the progressive values of the Federation and whatnot, but Just look at the bridge crew of the Enterprise. Like, completely multi-ethnic, multinational crew. A Russian on the bridge of the Enterprise at the height of the Cold War. It was giving us a message of optimism for the future, that eventually we would set aside our differences and just work together to get out there and explore the universe. You know, set aside the petty political differences which really serve zero purpose other than to perpetuate hate and line the pockets of grifters, politicians, religious figures, etc. So, Star Trek was a message of hope for the future, that, hey, things may be tough now. I mean, also the civil rights movement was just starting. It was like kicking into high gear around that time. So, I mean, it was very progressive. It was as woke as it gets. And that's what people need to understand, is woke is not a bad thing. It's simply being aware of social injustice. That is it. That is the beginning and ending of the definition of woke. It is being awake or aware of social injustice. That's it. That's literally it. And it started as a black term, actually, specifically being aware of issues of racism and segregation and, you know, inequality towards black people. But it expanded to mean just any social injustice towards a minority group of some kind. And the right-wing media has twisted it into this thing, the woke mind virus. You know what the woke mind virus is? All these people who are anti-woke. That's what the mind virus is, because it's nothing more than fucking propaganda and brainwashing to turn what is a positive term into something that has been demonized and weaponized and used to further a completely just racist, misogynistic, homophobic, transphobic, hateful agenda. And I don't know how anybody can call themselves in favor of that, or try to paint it as a good thing, being anti-woke. To me, that means you're just a shitty person who hates anyone who isn't straight and white. You know? That's what being anti-woke means to me. So yeah, I'm woke as fuck. I'm proud of it. I like how they deleted all the Black History stuff during Black History Month. So you know what I did? I celebrated Black History Month harder than I've ever celebrated it before on my Blue Sky. Almost daily posts of significant moments in Black history. Significant players in the civil rights movement. And a lot of really eye-opening stuff. Representation is great. Am I woke now? I guess so. I don't care if I am or not. They also forget about the action movie women of the 80s. Well, yeah. There's been a lot of leading ladies in action movies over the years. You know, it's not just all big, beefy dudes. A lot of big, beefy dudes, too. But you also get, you know, like fucking Sigourney Weaver, Ripley, hello. Sarah Connor, hello. You know? No, Jail, not Spider-Man. Just get off the Spider-Man kick. So I was referring to Logic of the Empire for that audio episode of Blake 7. They only did 2 episodes, but the ending did have a twist, which I didn't see or hear coming. Very cool. Kirsten does. Yeah, it's not. Well, I mean, that's not the same thing, though. They're still somewhat ornamental in the classic Spider-Man stories. I mean, we're talking about leading ladies, and that they're not leading ladies in that. Spider-Man is the lead, period. That does not change. He is always the lead. I'm talking about female-led action stuff, where they are the main character. Well, look, how many horror movies have the final girl? It's not the final guy. It's almost always the final girl beating the bad guy. Since forever. You know? So I don't know where all this shit just sprung up out of nowhere. I can only assume they're listening too hard to the grifters who are just trying to create situations out of nothing. There's such stupid times we live in right now. Like the just lack of education is beyond ridiculous. And just the lack of empathy. This whole painting of empathy as a bad thing. It's like, no, actually it isn't. Empathy is what makes us human beings. You heartless, soulless fucks. Even animals exhibit empathy. You know, like, give me a fucking break. Hey, greetings, Devin. How's it going? Long time no see. I hate when they try to edit out controversial things from older shows. Learn from your past. Don't try to delete it. Well, yeah, like, don't learn from it. Don't delete it. Don't repeat it. If you delete it, you can't learn from it. So how will you know not to repeat it? Leave the past as it is. Warts and all. Show it as it is. Pretty good. Had a pretty productive month so far. Filmed quite a lot of new videos. So looking to get a few more done tonight. Yeah, well, and that's the thing. It is an ideology founded on anger and hate, and I don't say that lightly, because that is exactly what it is. Just look at the media and listen to the stories that they preach and that they push. It's all to demonize the enemy, whatever the enemy is that week, and to get you angry. Is calculated to make you angry, and to specifically get you angry at whatever group they're wanting to focus on that week. But it's all distraction. All of it. All of it. It's distraction and propaganda. And it is designed to shape your thinking to fit whatever agenda they're trying to push. And currently it's political agendas. So the media is in bed with the politicians to push their message and shape your thinking so you will be angry at the correct things that they want you to be angry at. This is what Fox News does. In fact, Fox News was created for that purpose by Rupert Murdoch and Roger Ailes, to push an extreme right-wing ideology through the mainstream media and program the masses with the ultimate goal of having so much strength on the right that they could take over the government. And look where we are now. Took 30-something years to get there, but they were playing a long game, and looks like they won. So now we're in the boat we're in because of that. Don't underestimate how much the mainstream media created the situation we're in right now and made it possible. That was calculated. It was intentional. It was planned from day one. That was always the plan. And it worked because nobody on the left paid attention or believed anybody that that's what they were doing, so they didn't have anything in place to fight them. So, well, there's that too, but I mean that's also part of it, like slowly whittling down the education system in the States. So now, I mean, the masses are stupid because they're uneducated. So uneducated that they are easily manipulated and easily swayed, easily led, easily convinced of whatever crazy shit they want to push. And that's unfortunate. Well, yeah, don't watch the news. Seriously. If you want to know what's going on in the world, just go to the news wires. You know, AP News, Reuters, NPR. There's your three. And that's pretty much all we have left. Almost all the major media outlets have been compromised by this point, and you can't believe a thing they say. So you just go to the news wires. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing for years. They don't put any spin on anything. They just tell it like it is. Here's the shit that happened today. Make up your own mind about it. You know, actual journalism. So, what is my favorite or coolest Blu-ray box set in your collection? Oh, I don't know. I couldn't possibly select just one. I have a lot. You watch South Park for the news? Yeah. Get your news through satire, right? I think the fingers are finally starting to clear up. Just a couple of them had. There's just a couple of them are kind of lingering. Stupid eczema. I don't hate MSNBC as much as most of them, but haven't been able to stomach any sort of cable news since December. Even MSNBC is compromised by this point, by the way. I wouldn't trust them as far as I can throw them. So, generally speaking, I'll just kind of see what's setting the socials ablaze, and then I'll go to AP News to get the actual story. And then check out Reuters to get a second opinion on it. And then that's it. I'm good. I know about that thing that happened. So. Cheers. So I got to thank you again, Devin, about telling me about MPC and how it handles interlaced content. Holy shit.